We have now come to the end of explanations of votes after the vote, and that brings this special session on Sri Lanka to a close. But I thought I should just say a few words myself, if I may. I think what has taken place since yesterday is good for this Council. It is consistent with our mandate that when we have information or when we have rumors about allegations about what has happened concerning human rights anywhere in the world, we should discuss it. I want to commend the distinguished delegation of Sri Lanka for being part of this discussion. This delegation, in my view, has never shied away from public debates. Ever since I came to Geneva myself 2 years ago, I have been regularly informed about the situations in Sri Lanka. And everyone here will attest that anytime there is a session of the Council, anytime there is a Human Rights Council here meeting, the delegation from Sri Lanka comes all the way from Colombo to be part of that process. I just want to commend them for being part of this discussion today. It is true that from the discussions that we've had, we've not been able to come out with a unanimous discussion, a unanimous document, a unanimous outcome. But I am very comforted by the fact that we have discussed it. This Council has no taboos, has nothing under the sun that it cannot discuss. Immediately we begin to select and to discriminate as to what we are entitled to discuss, then I think we've defeated our central purpose. So that is done. As far as achieving each country's agenda, well, 47 members of the Council have spoken today, and we can see from the votes that have been conducted that we do not have a unanimous outcome. That in itself is not counterproductive. So I do not subscribe to the fact that our failure to achieve a consensus is a total failure. It is not a failure even. It just reflects, I think, the diversity, and it reflects also a challenge and an opportunity for us. We must stay constantly engaged. We must remain open and constructive in our discussions. And we just hope that at the end of the day, we will be able to make a contribution. That was the essence of this meeting. The ambassador of Sri Lanka also made a point. He said, this is not a blank check. And I agree that this resolution is not a blank check. We must see this in the light of paragraph 10 of this OP, the resolution that we adopted today, which endorses in its entirety the joint statement that was adopted in Colombo by the Secretary General of the United Nations and the government of Sri Lanka. Every single text in that document is now endorsed and welcomed by the decision that we have taken in the Council. I think that is a measure of satisfaction for this Council today. So I want to conclude by saying that we've done our job as Council. We got 70 signatures to discuss this matter. The Council met in line with the mandate, in line with the rules of procedures as contained in IB text, and it was right that we did so, and we have spoken. We look forward to a time that we can all adopt resolutions by unanimity, but that is still a matter that we will all have to collectively work towards realizing. Having made this point, I want to just remind all delegations that the report of the 11th special session is currently being finalized. The distinguished ambassador of Azerbaijan, as the rapporteur of the Council, is entrusted with its finalization. Delegations will have the opportunity to submit comments within 2 weeks, as usual, to the rapporteur through the Secretariat by 10th June 2009. I'm also pleased to inform distinguished members of the Council that the 11th regular session of the Council, which will commence next Tuesday, 2nd June 2009, will now begin at 10 a.m. and not at 3 p.m., as was previously scheduled. I'm very grateful to all concerned for kindly accommodating in this regard. The updated program of work will be available on the extranet very shortly. If there are no further questions, if there are no comments, I hereby declare closed the 11th special session of the Human Rights Council. And I look forward to seeing all of you Tuesday at 10 a.m. Thank you.